I'm Jaguar.
I'm Pete.
And we're about to watch a match. Pete, tell them what we're going to see.
So, I have to defend this immaculate title of mine.
Yes, your undefeated title.
My undefeated title. So, we're going to show you a match from All In last year. It was a four-way women's match. It was the only women's match on the card.
Now, if you watched last week's episode, we talked about PCW Into the Void. I got really excited about a lot of things that went down there. If you watched the week before that, we talked about Tessa Blanchard. And so Pete, who's right now 4-0, he's undefeated and making me a fan of whatever wrestler or show that he's talking about. He says that today, he's going to make the Jag a fan of Britt Baker, GDS. Dr. Britt Baker. And I don't know much about Britt Baker. Do you want to give me an introduction?
So she's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
She actually is a DMD. So she did graduate from the University of Pittsburgh with her doctor's degree in dental science.
Okay, wow.
And actually works as one in Orlando.
Nice.
She's been with Adam Cole for a couple of years. So
Okay.
they are the ultimate power couple in wrestling right now.
All right.
In my opinion. I mean, just you have two top stars. She is the most marketable woman they have at AEW.
Yep, you got 3 B's. You got brains, you got beauty, and you got brawn. So that's always a good technique, or a good package.
And she's also facing Madison Rayne, which I believe this is going to be your first time seeing Madison.
Yes, I don't know much about Madison.
She is a legend in women's wrestling, multi-time Impact Women's Champion. So yeah, some good stuff with that. She was at Ring of Honor recently, finished her contract, went back to Impact.
Oh, okay, cool.
And as some of the girls that were at Impact left to go to Ring of Honor. So that's the other half of the beautiful people. They're now Allure in Ring of Honor.
I see. And the third person in this match is someone that you are very familiar with.
Absolutely. I love me some Chelsea Green. I'm a big Chelsea Green fan. She wrestled Tessa for the inaugural women's title at PCW. I wanted Chelsea to win. I very much wanted to have Laurel Van Ness, the hot mess. Hot mess Chelsea Green herself win the title, and it didn't happen, but still a huge fan.
All right, so we got Dr. Britt Baker, we got Madison Rayne, we've got Chelsea Green, and we've got Tessa Blanchard, all four in a match, all in last year, AEW. Let's go for it. All right. First things first, none of these women are hard to look at. They are all fairly attractive, beautiful women. Let's get that out of the way right now.
Sure. Also, some of the 4 best women and still, honestly, right now in professional wrestling.
And I just want to say, let's focus on the wrestling, because a lot of times when you go on Instagram, you see certain stars, there's a lot of bathing suits and whatever. That's fine. Get your money, right? Some of those stuffs get the likes. But the wrestling is what I'm concerned about. And the wrestling is what I'm watching. And the wrestling is what I want to talk about. So, right off the bat, what do we got? We got Chelsea Green kicking some butt. It's kind of a two-faced kind of a character,
yeah,
right?
So this is her hot mess character, kind of Laurel Van Ness. So in Impact, she was going to marry Allie's real-life husband. He's actually the Butcher and the Blade. We'll get to those guys, which they're a great tag team. You're going to love. His name's Pepper Parks now, but he had a different name. And she was going to get married to him, and it was a whole angle that she ended up getting stood up, and then she was going to marry Grado because Chelsea's from Canada, and she needed to keep her her passport. So she was going to end up marrying Grado, but she found out that Grado's from the UK instead of the US. So, again, Impact did great stuff with these guys. Like, you don't have a whole lot to do, but you're at least telling stories that are good and memorable. I mean, that was like 2 or 3 years ago, but at least I could tell you what it was. So it was at least a memorable story.
It sounds entertaining, and I mean, I never really gave
So she had that joke. So this was kind of like this jilted. She became this dumped at the altar kind of hot mess.
Okay.
And so that's where the hot mess Laurel.
So that makes sense why she had the flowers and
the bridesmaid.
Yes.
Kind of like the half-dead Two-Face, but it's kind of like, I guess, like the female Two-Face.
Perfect. I like that. Thank you for the background, because I didn't know what was going on, but she seemed crazy, but she had some good offense. She had some cool lucha moves. Some things were going pretty well. I really liked when Britt Baker came down to the ring, because she had her lab coat on, or whatever, doctor's jacket, I don't know what to call it, and she was doing her thing. And I don't know, man, Britt Baker, I'm not 100% sold on yet. Because, I mean, she basically is outside of the ring right now selling. Yeah. We haven't seen much of her yet.
Well, we saw her wrestle against Chelsea and Tessa for that. But, it's been really good stuff so far, and I think you're going to see some great stuff from her.
All right. Now, the other girl, Madison Rayne, other woman, Madison Rayne, she's doing some interesting stuff in the ring. She's in there right now. I think we just had Tessa come in. She hit the Magnum. She's doing her thing. Tessa always looks good. And I'm waiting to see what's going to happen now, because there's so much. I mean, there's 4 people in a tornado match, or a scramble, as the Encyclopedia would call it. Mm-hmm. Is that what you would call it?
This one they called it a fatal 4-way.
Okay.
But I would normally, this would be a multi-person scramble match.
All right, perfect. And so here's the thing, America. Anytime that there's women wrestling, you got to look at it with kind of a critical eye. There are some women wrestlers like Tessa Blanchard who are amazing. There are some women wrestlers who aren't so amazing. And so I'm coming at it with kind of the side eye. I'm coming out with a little bit of a skepticism. And you said you're going to make me a fan. I don't know if it's going to happen, but your mission that you've chosen is to see if you can make me a fan of Britt Baker. She came out to Adam Cole's music. That's a nice little homage, so that's also thumbs up there. But I mean, hey, is there anything I need to know before we turn it back on?
No, I think you're just going to see some great action coming up.
All right, all in. Madison Rayne, Chelsea Green, Britt Baker. Let's keep it going. So all kinds of crap is going on in the ring. Bodies flying everywhere. Tessa Blanchard just went for I want to call it a suicide dive.
No, you're right. It's tope suicida.
Okay, so she goes for the suicide dive, and it looked like her foot got hung up on the top rope a little bit. She almost didn't make it out of the ring onto the girls. That made me like take a step back, ooh, you know. Now, of course, Chelsea Green came out with the big dive and the double clothesline, I think, off the top, or over the top rope. There's been a lot of dives going on, which sometimes bothers me, but so far so good. Britt Baker's doing her thing. She got in the ring. She's dished out some punishment. Tessa Blanchard is throwing her right hand with some sauce on it, all right? She got a little extra sauce on the right hand, and she's hitting people left and right, and they're going down. So Tessa, I don't know what she's doing, but she's training that punch, and that punch is working.
It's a lot like NBA Jam. This is a year ago, so she's starting to heat up now to where she's red hot right now. So you're seeing the early days of the brilliance that she is just blazing right now.
All right, well that right hand is killing them. The Magnum looked great because the last time I saw the Magnum, well actually I think we saw it against Scorpio Sky, right?
And that was a top rope one. That was fantastic.
But seeing it at Bar was less than stellar. We'll just say it that way. But seeing it here, that looks great. I mean, everything's looking pretty good. I like Chelsea Green, right? And she's, I like the character. She's staying in character and getting her offense in. She's cheering for herself. It's cool.
Hopefully we'll start seeing her soon on NXT TV with Deonna Purrazzo and some of the others. So that would be really, really cool to see them on TV soon.
Do you mean on Wednesday night?
On Wednesday night.
So you'll be watching NXT on Wednesday night?
Well, I watch NXT live, and then I catch the replay of AEW.
So what you're saying is you prefer to watch NXT on Wednesday night to AEW. Is that what you're saying, Pete?
I would say that was always the plan.
I see. So are you a WWE homer like the Jazz?
Well, I'm a 35-year fan of WWE.
You're damn right. One thing I gotta say, and this is completely unplanned, I have to shout out Mr. Ryan Satin. It's Satin, right?
Yes.
He called out some of you fair weather ass fans for talking trash and cheering for AEW doing the very same things that WWE does. Example, you saw the clip, right? The what do you call it? Rick and Morty masks. Saying, oh, they paired up with these guys, and isn't it a great idea? But see, when the WWE pairs up with somebody,
it's stupid and
they
silly
sold out, and it's dumb, and they suck. And Ryan Satin had the testicular fortitude to call you clowns out to your faces on his podcast or on his video and said, you guys are making fun of WWE for the same crap you cheer for AEW about.
It's okay. It's not okay for M&M's, but it's okay for Rick and Morty because we like to watch Rick and Morty, and we've been waiting a year plus for the next season of Rick and Morty.
I am so freaking sick of these AEW clowns just having a freaking parade every time AEW breaks win. It's like a brand new baby. When you bring a baby home, it's exciting. Holy shit, he farted. Oh, he pooped. Oh, he spit up. Oh, he's sleeping. Isn't he great? 2-3 years from now, you're not going to care. You're going to hope that little thing will walk, talk, and wipe its own ass. That's what you want. And so this is brand new. You guys have a brand new baby, people. AEW fans, I hope you like your baby. It's ugly, but it's cute to you, all right? Then WWE's been around for so many years. It's a teenager, It's eating all your food. It's sleeping in. It doesn't want to do its freaking chores, right? This is the problem right now. Is you guys are comparing a brand new baby to something that's been around for the last 17 years. It's not longer than that, but I'm using my son because he's 17. But my point is, you clowns are really on this AEW bandwagon. And I like AEW. That's the thing. I'm not talking trash. I'm enjoying some of what AEW is doing. I'm enjoying a lot of what AEW is doing. I love the tag team matches.
Yes.
I love me some Scorpio Sky. I'm glad he's in the finals for the freaking, we gotta talk about that.
Oh, we will.
Because I'm tripping, right? Because there's 3 guys in SoCal Uncensored.
And it's just like they did it with the Ring of Honor. It's very much a Freebirds way.
Yeah, so like the New Day kind of a, yeah.
Exactly. I love Freebird style like that because it adds that dimension of a third person and makes a whole new set of matches and a whole new set of dynamics.
I love it. And I'm excited to see who's going to be the first to win the tag team championship.
And they're super cool. The side plate has Jerry Lynn doing the Gotch packed pile driver on the side plates. There's a lot of thought that's gone into this, and these tag titles look awesome.
Here's what I will say, though. Every time Jericho says anything, they make a freaking t-shirt. Every time Jericho says anything, they all act like it's the funniest, coolest thing ever happened. I like you, Jericho. Jericho, if I ever see you, and he's watching, because he's a fan.
He is a fan.
I want to shake your hand, Jericho, for everything your 48-year-old ass has done for wrestling. For all the hours and hours of entertainment you provided me and Pete. We love you for that. But holy crap, Jericho is not the end-all be-all of wrestling. This man says, I got a ticket. It's on his shirt. A little bit of the bubbly. It's on his shirt. Holy crap. You guys were like, oh, you remember when Beavis and Butthead first came out?
Yes, absolutely.
And everybody had to make the Beavis and Butthead. You couldn't walk down the halls of your school without somebody.
It's the same when with Dave Chappelle and Rick James.
Thank you. I'm Rick James. Yes, these things happen. Something new comes out. Everybody rides it like the wheels until the wheels fall off. The wheels are currently still on the AEW bandwagon. Pardon my language, I'm getting excited.
But they're kind of...
It's starting to wobble. How many shirts, how many Chris Jericho phrase shirts are you going to sell, AEW?
I don't know.
How many guys are in the back fighting for a spot on Dark? Instead, we're watching Chris Jericho and Cody, two former WWE guys, going at it in the little room. He breaks the glass, whatever. Cool. It's a brawl to end the show. We've seen this before, America. This isn't groundbreaking. This isn't new. This isn't exciting. This is the same crap we've seen for years.
You're just seeing it in a different way.
Yes, and to see, oh, we're so different. Cool. You know what? Chris Jericho's a hell of a promo. Mm-hmm. Chris Jericho's a hell of a worker. But we got people in the back that are also amazing workers that are not on screen because we're watching these former WWE guys, old guys, not the new young talent that you guys were promising, do the same shit we saw in WWE. So what the hell is so freaking different, America? I challenge you. Tell me in the comments, make me a fan 316, what is so different that AEW is doing that is so freaking magical? You know what I think? I think you're just happy you got a new baby. That's what I think. I think you're happy to have this gurgling, bubbling, spitting. Dude, when my kids first came home and they pooped, I was excited. Woo!
Put it on Instagram.
Yes, you clowns are cheering for poop. That sounds silly. You guys are cheering for baby bowel movement, whatever. We're gonna have to edit this crap. I'm tired of AEW fans. You're like, hold me back, Pete, hold me back. Bottom line is, I like AEW, but I do watch NXT live, just like you.
Yeah, and it's especially because there's the AEW replay and there's no replay of NXT.
Quite true. I mean, I recorded it.
This week proved it.
What do you mean?
Well, this last week, that NXT was better than AEW this week.
Oh, NXT's been better than AEW every week in my opinion.
I understand that, but people... Anyway, we'll talk for another show. Let's get back to the match.
You're right. I'm sorry. I'll have to edit this out and save it.
No. We'll keep this in, but yeah.
All right, let's get back to these wonderful AEW talents, kicking ass and taking names at All In last year. All right, the match just ended, and holy crap, Pete, I think you might be going 5-0 on this one.
Oh, wow. I to be completely honest, I thought I had lost you because I was
really?
Like, man, yeah, because I knew it, and of course, any well-placed match slowly picks up, and what was the one thing you said early on? You said the crowd was dead.
Yes.
And this was going into already like an ultra-packed night. Like, if you haven't seen All In, we'll have to try to do that where you can see that, because every match was a main event match. So you understand why the crowd was a little flat. But as soon as we came back, that last half of the match, they just kicked it up to that 5th, 6th, 7th gear, whichever one they hit.
I gotta say, man, I am impressed. I will say it like this, America. If you have not seen this match, you gotta watch this match because everybody had a chance to shine. Everybody had a moment to get their stuff in, like Brian Gage would say. You know, we had some crazy stuff. The Unprettier. We had a Canadian Destroyer from a real-life Canadian. We had a Hammerlock DDT. We had all kinds of stuff off the top rope. A top rope Magnum from Tessa Blanchard. I can't even name all the moves that were going down in there.
But it was that high impact. And so this is one of those ones where this is easy to say that this is absolutely one of the best women's match of the decade.
Very true.
I mean, this is a decade-level match, and it's, for All In, that was the genesis of AEW.
So here I'm going to say this, and this might be a little unpopular, but I found myself watching Tessa Blanchard. Because Tessa Blanchard is freaking Tessa Blanchard. However, your task, your mission, your objective was to make me a fan of Britt Baker. Britt Baker, I wasn't all that impressed in the beginning, but as we got towards the end and the crowd started chanting, this is awesome.
And you saw the technical prowess.
Yes, she knows what she's doing. She had some great moves. There are a couple things that made me go, like choosing to pin, was it Madison?
Yes.
Instead of Tessa. Now, I mean, Tessa did hit her with the Magnum. The Magnum puts people to sleep, so it kind of makes sense to get that one. But it was a little confusing. She also moved Chelsea Green when she's going for the pin. She moved her away from the ropes, which I guess kind of shows presence of mind, but it was also a little weird. I'm like, just cover her already, Then when she was being covered, she had the foot on the rope, so she had... dude, Britt Baker, you won. All right, I'll give it to you, Pete. This was probably your closest yet. This was probably your closest.
By the skin of my teeth?
Yes.
By the skin of my teeth?
Yes. Oh, and speaking of teeth, Britt Baker took a top rope bulldog that I thought knocked out a tooth or two. That was pretty awesome. This is a great match, man. There's a lot of really cool spots in this match. In the beginning, I felt like they were almost putting 10 pounds of poop in a 5-pound bag with all the top rope and yada, 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 suicide dive after suicide dive.
There was really amazing pacing in this match. And as they needed to turn it up, they turned up the heat and the action method. This is, like I said, probably number 1 or 2 of the women's match of the decade. This also goes up there with Sasha Bailey, Brooklyn. Yeah, I mean, if we're doing that top 3, those are cemented as 1 and 2.
I believe,
and it could be either order. It doesn't matter. But that's the kind of match that this was. It was on that caliber.
Now this is the part of the show where I tell you to go to High Spots or was it IWTV?
.live, yeah.
.live, which this one is on, right?
No, this is I'm rewatching this on Fight. Okay. So I bought it. I bought the show so I can have unlimited replays. But it is on YouTube.
It is on YouTube. That's what I was going to say. I never want to endorse pirating things. I always want you to reach in your wallet and pay these people what they deserve. But this is on YouTube, people. So if you've never seen this match, you should go watch this match on YouTube because it is fantastic. Yeah. And Chelsea Green, you said she is now in NXT, right?
She is.
Tessa's killing it over on Impact. Madison Rayne is also on.
She's on Impact as well. She's back at Impact. At this time, she was in Ring of Honor, so that's why she was one of the featured wrestlers on here. But she's now left and gone back to Impact.
All right, and then the last one is not Britt Baker. Britt Baker.
And
she's on AEW. Now, I mean, is it just me or does everybody in the world know that Britt Baker's going to be AEW Women's Champion here pretty soon?
I think it's pretty clear, especially with Kylie Ray being gone.
Yeah, I feel like
I really think that was the original plan. Was Rio's spot was Kylie Ray's.
Okay. Well, Rio is entertaining. I'm not a big fan of Rio. I'll just be honest. Not because anything she does wrong. She's small. Again, she's kind of scrawny. I don't believe a lot of the offense.
But the harder part is, so are you going to have a babyface beat a babyface for the title? That's not bad. It's just you have to do some really good story developing with that. Otherwise, who's going to be your big nasty heel that's going to come in? Well, she already beat Nyla Rose. Yeah. So the only person left is Awesome Kong or Brandy. And I think you're going to hear a lot of people scream and complain if Brandy wins the title right away because it's like the whole same thing the Young Bucks will just win the titles and it'll just be Young Bucks all day. So I think they have some tropes that they have some landmines, I guess, to navigate.
So who's primed for a heel turn then?
I don't know. Maybe Britt Baker.
Is there any free agents out there they can bring in, come in and be a good heel?
Priscilla Kelly would be really good, but even then they've got Bea Priestley right now, kind of in that heel role with Dr. Britt Baker. So turning her heel I don't know what that would achieve.
You know who would be crazy? Maybe this might be a little premature for her, but I would love to see Ruby Reyes go in there.
That would be great. I'd also love to see some Heather Monroe. Heather Monroe is killing it right now in Glam. Yeah. You can watch it as Hood Slam stuff on Twitch. It's well worth watching. It's very good.
That's a good idea. Ruby Reyes, Heather Monroe, those are both 2 really good suggestions.
That easily would step in and kill it.
So if Cody's watching this, and we know he is because he's a fan. Cody, you need to sign Heather Monroe. You need to sign Ruby Reyes and get some heels in there to beat the stuffing out of your faces. Because especially if she brought Halston Bottom too. With the fans.
Correct.
That would be insane. We got a manager, some manager heat.
We've got everything you need. This is exactly what you need.
I think that's true.
You can send the Bitcoins to Jag.
Damn right. I'll send you my
Bitcoin wallet.
My wallet. Yeah, CoinDesk. Wait, what is it called?
Bitcoin wallet.
Yeah, but I have a coin on some app. I got $200 Bitcoin. It hasn't done much lately. I was a latecomer to the show. Anyhow, this was a fantastic match. Pete, you are undefeated on the recommendations. Britt Baker.
I will try to make it much more clear cut this time because I was kind of chomping at the bit like how much.
It was hit or miss for a little bit, but Britt Baker, I think she needs a worthy opponent and a worthy feud to bring out the best in her. And I'm not seeing that when I watch AEW. Are you seeing that?
I would hope that they expand a little bit more on the Bea Priestley stuff, especially with the concussion and all that stuff. So they let's just say if we're in the kitchen to make us a feast, we have some great ingredients.
Yes.
We have the ingredients. We just need to put it together in an order and deliver upon it.
Yes, Cody, since you're watching. We got a whole lot of ingredients to go into the stew, and instead all I got is one big old Chris Jericho hammock. And I'm like, okay, give me something else.
Hot ham water. We can put it
in. Hot ham water. Because it's like, hey, you guys want some of that stuff we ate a couple years ago? You guys want some of that stuff we ate a couple years ago? Here it is. And like, oh, this is so different. No, we ate this like 3 years ago. It's so different.
It's still hot ham soup.
Look at all the ingredients around. Yeah, but they're not in the pot, Cody. So as much as I love and respect Cody, as much as I think Cody needs to sign Mr. Chris Bay, damn it, Cody, I think they got a good thing going. And if you got Britt Baker, you got some good ingredients.
Yes,
All
absolutely.
Right. So you did. You made me a fan.
All right. So I think what's the next thing we're going to review? Maybe we'll talk about bar wrestling. It's coming up this Halloween.
Now I can't go because I'll be out trick or treating, but you will go, and we will once again recap the awesomeness that is bar wrestling. So that'll probably be the next video. Is bar wrestling? What is it? 47? 46.
And then the week after that is 46 or 47. The next one that's going to be with GCW.
Yes, the week before GCW.
No,
GCW
it's the same week.
Same week. A couple days before GCW. So November 8th is the GCW card, which we will be there. November 6th is the bar wrestling card, which I think will also be there.
Yes.
And then I think November 9th or something, there's a New Japan card.
Something like that.
November 10th, I think Veterans Day or something. I'm not going. OC Steve is going. He actually told me he's going to that one. I personally don't have a whole lot of understanding of following New Japan. I heard those tickets are also a mint, and so...
That's kind of the problem is it's at the Globe. They did this previously, but they had work visa issues. Remember last year when Japan was having issues with the U.S. and the State Department and all this stuff?
Wow.
This is an actual direct effect of politics, and I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm saying that legitimately this is just a service. This is like going to the DMV. You know, that the system broke down. They couldn't get the visas, so they had to have a lot of the dojo guys wrestle.
Well, I mean...
And it sucks because it's at the Globe. It's a New Japan, it was kind of a glorified Ring of Honor house show.
Did you go last year?
I did not.
Okay.
It was one of those times where scheduling-wise, it just wouldn't work.
Now, I'm not hating on New Japan. When we went to a New Japan show in Long Beach, I thought it was a really good show. I like Will Ospreay. I don't understand all the Bullet Club stuff. Sorry, Bullet Club fanboys. I just don't get it. But, hey, you know, there's a lot of wrestling going down. A lot of people go see that. So if you want to post some pictures or whatever, let us know.
Yeah, it's going to be at the Globe. It's going to be great. It's a beautiful venue. So
yeah,
it should be a great show.
And, I mean, maybe OC Steve will, you know, write a recap or something. We can share some of his thoughts. I don't know. Awesome. But I'm not going. You're not going. But we will be at GCW on the 8th, and we will be at Bar on the 6th. So, if you're going to be there, look for the guy in the comic book t-shirt. Or, hey, I might be wearing my new Brian Pillman Jr. t-shirt. And look for the guy with the camera who's always doing his thing, hashtag Pete's Picks. And look for Make Me a Fan. So, anything we got to say before we go?
Nope, I think we've got this is awesome. It's Halloween bar. So, I'm going to be dressed up. I'm going to be at work that day dressed up. So
what are you going to dress up in? Or is it a secret?
No, it's not a secret. I'm going to have I have a Karate Kid outfit. I actually have a screen-accurate Cobra Kai gi.
Really?
With all the patches down the leg. So, I will be rocking the Johnny outfit for...
That's why we're friends, man.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly.
Super nerd, dude. Super nerd.
That's awesome.
Born and raised.
All right, we're going to get some pictures of you in your Cobra Kai outfit.
We will.
And we'll get your thoughts on what happens at bar wrestling that night.
Yes.
I know we have a Lego match.
Yes, that's going to be amazing.
Barefoot
Lego match with Joey Ryan. So
only Joey Ryan. And let me just say this: the people online are hating on Mr. Orange Cassidy right now.
That's unfortunate.
And I was one of those people like a year ago. And so I'm trying to I've actually shared our video multiple times to try to say, you guys just don't get it. Check this out. It's amazing. People, Joey Ryan is a freaking genius. Orange Cassidy is a freaking genius. If you're watching this and you hate them, go find our Orange Cassidy video. Pay your money, watch the actual show. It's on YouTube, actually, I think.
It's there, and it's also on Fight. It's like $14 if you want to buy it. It's
watch it.
Live and Die in LA show. It's put up by GCW, so it's one of those things that they don't have a streaming network. That's okay. You should just buy the pay-per-views because they're worth less than the $20.
Yeah.
And just like Jag said in the last video, if you buy a GCW show and you don't like it, and you can look me in the face and honestly tell me that there wasn't one entertaining or redeeming thing, I will certainly happily give you the money as well because I firmly believe in them. The people that run that show, everything about it, it's well done, every match is great. Everybody's super nice there. The wrestlers, it's like PCW where a lot of times they're at the merch table, they want to talk to you, they want to interact with you, and it's a rare time to see a lot of these East Coast stars on the West Coast. So
I've never been to a GCW, but I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be great.
Good things. I'm going to check it out.
It's going to be amazing. This venue is going to be beautiful. You're going. It's a Ukrainian club up in LA.
All right.
Hollywood.
Hey,
it is a cool venue. We'll have a couple of pictures that we'll throw in here as we're talking about
it,
just so you can get an idea. But man, it's a beautiful venue.
All right, well, it's going to be a good time. So what you got to do right now, you have to go to, right now you're on YouTube. So I want you to click the like button, give me the thumbs up, and then you have to deliver your strongest, your
bionic elbow, baby,
right to the subscribe button. You have to subscribe because you do not want to miss a single episode of the most prolific and gifted pro wrestling review show on YouTube, on
the internet,
Facebook, on Twitter, whatever. We're everywhere, and we are Make Me a Fan. So follow us at Make Me a Fan 316 on Instagram, at Make Me a Fan 316 on Twitter, at Make Me a Fan 316 on Facebook. And until I see you again, get ready for that bionic elbow. Like and subscribe. See you next time.
Thanks, guys. Excellent.